Good afternoon, folks, and welcome. It's my pleasure to present our safety moment today. We've all had an opportunity to take a look around at all these lovely new buses that Milton Krantz is offering the community. One of my special safety moments I like to portray during training is that every morning our drivers take extra time and extra care to ensure that we walk around and do our perfect circle check, ensuring that everything's running in proper order on a daily basis, keeps everything safe and moving smoothly. And that's my safety moment. Thank you.
Thank you, Ken. All right, just a little housekeeping. Looking around, there are some activity tables set up for the kids. And of course, there are such things as face painting, coloring, constructing cardboard buses, and also some balloons blow up. And you'll see a very big kind of a mural that you can do some painting on. All right, and that's in Bay 1. We also have the hoist, and it's all set up, and we have our friendly mechanic, Richard. He'll be able to answer any questions. Again, for your safety, please do not cross beyond the barriers where the bus is on the hoist and in other areas of the shop. If you're not sure of these areas, we have volunteers that can answer any of those questions. The washrooms, they're marked off, and they're closest to the bay number 1. Bay number 2, you can board the bus here behind me on board for displays. We also have one of our operators who would be pleased to answer any questions. Also in bay number 2, we have the displays of the transit routes that will be coming up for this fall to the left. Please feel free to ask any questions again regarding the proposed fall service. In bay number 3, we have the barbecue, and we're serving everything from sliders, chicken skewers, corn, veggie greens, fruit salad, and then of course you get all your juices. You were provided dual ticket stubs. One is for the food, but the other one is for an opportunity for a draw of a free monthly city pass on our transit system, and that draw will be about every 30 minutes. Bay number 3 also outside, we have a highway coach that's set up out there, and it's a driver training simulator. But for more information about the driver training simulator bus, that will be provided by one of our speakers here shortly. It gives me great pleasure to announce our first speaker, Mayor Gordon Krantz, the town of Milton.
Well, thank you very much. Just in case anyone noticed me carrying a few notes up here, you don't have to get overly concerned with that, because normally it comes into my head and out of the mouth, and that's exactly what's going to happen here in just a few moments. But staff that worked with me was kind enough to give me a couple of bullet points that I didn't really want to miss to speak on today. First of all, I want to thank Pacific Western very much for being a partner with us here in the town of Milton. And I was just speaking, Rick, some of the principals with Pacific Western, and that partnership I know is going to go on certainly for approximately 6 years now, and hoping for many years after that. As I was also mentioning, we had our issues here in the town of Milton with regards to transit for some time. But individuals such as my elected colleagues that are here with me today, Councillor Wendy Shallon, Councillor Mike Bowden, guys give a little wave where those two individuals are. They served with me on the transit committee, and we certainly did have our challenges there for some time. And when you people come on board back some months ago now, a lot of those have been resolved. So I thank you very much for that. And I was also mentioning to your senior principals that through negotiations, through the request for proposals, we worked through those quite well. So I thank them for that understanding. Everybody has a budget to work to, and that includes me and us elected people and the citizens of the town of Milton. So you helped us reach our goal, and I thank you very much for that. And certainly our common goal is to transit in Milton. I can see certainly today that there's a number of them that are taking advantage of the open house here and come up and took advantage of the new buses. By the way, I was also brought up in one of those new buses, and sometimes I'll get on the buses and I'm sure that most drivers don't know who I am or what I do, if I do anything. Especially when I get on there in my rubber boots and coveralls that many of you have probably seen me do from time to time. And I can tell you the drivers certainly are doing an excellent job here in Milton. Unbeknown to them that I'm on the bus every once in a while. I know that. Now they'll know. Just a couple of other things, and this is an unpaid announcement. Milton Transit promotions that I want to mention. June certainly is Seniors Month, and yes, I do have a conflict on that, just in case anyone is wondering. And we want to promote that ridership for seniors in this community. And also the Milton Transit, the Milton Public Library Partnership, promoting transit and literacy. And these are things that I think that are important for you and I as the public to know. Children and youth 14 years of age and younger who register for a library card receive a free system-wide transit service. I don't know, Rick, how many other transit systems may do that. We like to think of ourselves here in Milton as leaders, along with Pacific Western when it comes to stuff like this. So this is a win for Milton Transit as it fits into our tri-transit philosophy. It will provide the opportunity for children to get comfortable using transit systems that pave the way for use of transit in the future. Students at high school and then as adults who will use transit. So starting at an early age is really what it's all about. So I thank you very much. Look forward to working with Pacific Western as well for those 6 years that I had made mention. Now, Rick, I'm not exactly sure of your program, but I really would be remiss if I didn't identify some of my other elected colleagues that do not sit on the Transit Committee. And I see Councillor Colin Best is here with me. And there's always a risk in doing this, I know, in the fear of missing somebody. But last but certainly not least, our chairman of the Transit Committee, Mike Bugala, who is our chair of the committee, as you're well aware. Mike, I'm not sure if there's anyone else from the committee that's with us today or not, but I know that you're certainly here, and I refer to it as quality instead of quantity. So good to see you out here today. So Rick, thank you very much and have a most successful day. Thank you.
My next speaker is my president and CEO of Pacific Western Corporate Groups, Mr. Mike Colbert.
Thank you, Rick. Well, the first thing I'd like to do is thank Mayor Krantz and his team for their confidence in selecting Pacific Western Transportation as your preferred contractor of choice. We really appreciate that. Thank you. In addition, we are honored to be in your community, to be part of your community. Also, we'd like to really thank Rick and his team for the outstanding service that you're providing to the community. We appreciate that, Rick. Also, I'd like to, I've got a couple of the people I'd like to thank. Our realtor, Bob Pridham, who's here right now in securing the building for us here. Our contractor, who got our beautiful building ready for the event, David Hogben. Appreciate that, David. And also our landlord, Marco Durante. Thank you very much.